Why deep-sea fish grow faces that look almost human. Far beneath the surface of the ocean, deeper than sunlight can ever reach, there is a world that feels less like Earth and more like another planet entirely. As you descend, the water grows darker, colder, and heavier, pressing in from all directions. Sound fades. Color disappears. What remains is silence and pressure so immense that it can crush metal as if it were paper. And yet, life exists here, quietly, patiently, shaped by forces most living things will never experience. This descent is not just a journey downward through water, but through layers of reality itself. At a certain depth, the ocean stops behaving like the one we know. There are no reefs, no plants, no familiar movement. Only darkness, broken occasionally by drifting particles or a brief, ghostly flash of light. It is in this hidden world that some of the strangest creatures on Earth reside. Creatures whose faces, when finally seen, can feel disturbingly familiar. One of the first things that disappears as you descend is light. Not gradually, but completely. Beyond a certain point, the sun no longer exists. There is no dawn or dusk, no shadow or color, only endless night. In this eternal darkness, eyes become either useless or incredibly important. Deep-sea fish that rely on sight evolve eyes that grow larger, rounder, and more sensitive to the faintest hint of light. Over time, these eyes shift forward on the face, narrowing the distance between them. This improves depth perception, allowing the fish to judge distance in a place where a single mistake can mean starvation. But this adaptation comes with an unsettling side effect. Forward-facing eyes are rare among fish. They are something we associate with predators, with mammals, and most strongly, with ourselves. When we see a deep-sea fish staring back at the camera, eyes aligned in a way our brains recognize instantly, something feels wrong. It feels intentional. Yet these creatures did not evolve to be seen by us. They evolved for a world where no one is watching. Which raises a strange question. If no one is meant to look at these faces, why do they affect us so deeply? As we move deeper, another force begins to dominate everything: pressure. The weight of the ocean above presses down relentlessly, squeezing every inch of life. Bones soften, bodies compress, sharp angles disappear. In the deep sea, compact and rounded shapes survive better than rigid ones. Faces flatten, skulls widen, soft tissue bulges outward. Over millions of years, this pressure sculpts features that, by coincidence or constraint, resemble human facial proportions. Rounded heads, broad faces, downward mouths. To us, these faces can look tired, sad, or aged. But these expressions are illusions. They are not emotions, they are physics. Still, the resemblance is unsettling. Scientists believe that under extreme conditions, there may be only a limited number of structural solutions that work. Evolution doesn't choose what looks familiar. It chooses what survives. And sometimes, survival leads down paths that mirror our own. Food is another defining force of this world, and its absence shapes life just as powerfully as pressure. In the deep ocean, meals are rare and unpredictable. A fish may go months without eating. In response, many species evolve mouths that can stretch far beyond what seems possible. Jaws unhinge, skin expands, teeth grow long and irregular, designed to trap anything unfortunate enough to pass by. When these mouths open, the creatures look monstrous. But when they close, the face collapses inward, loose skin folding around sunken eyes. To the human mind, these hollow faces resemble exhaustion or suffering. Our brains are wired to read meaning into faces, even when that meaning does not exist. We project emotion onto biology, and yet, scientists still don't fully understand why these collapsed facial structures trigger such a strong emotional response in us. Is it coincidence? Or does something about these forms echo patterns deeply embedded in human perception? The brain plays its role as well. Navigating a world without light requires more than instinct. Deep-sea fish rely on vibrations, chemical traces, pressure changes, and faint glimmers of bioluminescence. In some species, this complexity is reflected in relatively large brains and dense clusters of sensory nerves near the face. As these sensory systems expand, they subtly reshape the skull, pushing eyes forward, rounding the forehead, and concentrating awareness toward the front of the body. In the end, the deep sea does not exist to frighten us. It exists to remind us that life adapts in ways we don't expect, that familiarity can emerge in the most alien places, and that Earth still holds vast worlds we have barely begun to understand. Somewhere in the darkness, faces stare back, not because they know us, but because evolution followed a path shaped by the same rules of survival.